It's not frivolous or self-indulgent to create art and to take time for your art. Hello everybody, today I just wanted to make a video for anyone who is an artist or considers themselves an artist and loves to express their emotions, thoughts, feelings, dreams, hopes, goals, even transmute and transform trauma and pain into something expressed and able to connect with other people. An artist, you're an artist if you do that. And I just wanted to make a hype video for artists and creatives because I am feeling super inspired and encouraged and thankful to God for just allowing me to create and for making me the way that he made me, as he makes every single person uniquely as they are. And no one way is better than another. Everyone is beautiful and unique and different and a reflection of God. So amazing. That's another topic from a video that I want to go on, is how human beings are created in the image of God, every single human being. So we have the capacity to love, to connect with other people, to forgive, to create, to feel anger, to feel emotion, to feel pain, to feel heartbreak, to empathize with people, just all of these things we have the ability to do. That's positive and good, and that is what God is. And we are all reflections of him, so we have varying degrees of his characteristics. And some people are very logical minded and left brained and I guess analytical in that sense. And then other people are more right brained, creative, fluid, feelers, and analytical in the sense of introspective and reflective. So we may have differing opinions, we may have differing ways of approaching things, and we often prefer our way of doing things, but often both types of people or perspectives or ways of looking at things are correct and true. They're just, based on our personality dispositions or the cultures that we grew up in or our families of origin or just how we came to be through life experiences or our own decisions or whatnot in whatever moment in time, because it's always changing. We just value different things, and we are all, what I'm going to say, varying reflections of God and his beautiful nature. But I am very thankful to be an artist and to be a creative person and to be someone that is just so sensitive, that feels things so deeply and would often overthink as well. But I'm learning that is just not a good way to live. Overthinking is not a good way to live. Introspection and reflection and self-reflection is beautiful, but not overthinking to the point where we get lost in our thoughts and we start to lose the truth and reality of things. But anyway, that's another tangent as well. But I just wanted to say, if you're an artist and a creative person, and if you're any person, honestly, but this is just, I don't know, I just wanted to make something for artists. Your art is very healing. I would like us to embrace. And I'm just a random person, but I'm just sharing because I wanted to make a video and be creative and just share what I find inspiring. And you can take it or leave it. But I believe that as being created in the image of God, he is our creator. His very first, one of his very first attributes is being creative in Genesis, in the book of Genesis. This is from a book called to Create. I think it's by this author Jordan Rayner, and I'm still currently reading this. But he made a beautiful point that one of the very first attributes of God was being creative. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and he is creative. And as we are human beings, we have that nature and that capacity and that ability to create. And I just wanted you to know that by creating, you're honoring God, and you're also loving yourself, because the act of creating is validating your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts and your dreams and desires of things that you would like to do. And kind of just acknowledging your own worth and humanity, but like worth and value as a human being. And so that in itself is healing for our own selves, but then that will also help inspire other people to realize the truth that they have value as well, and their thoughts and ideas and feelings and emotions have, and all of those things have value and importance as well. um Anything that you create or that we make, whether it's because we see something beautiful and we feel inspired to recreate it, like a beautiful flower and like the colors that we see in nature, or like a memory, like, oh my gosh, I went to the beach at night and I was so shy and I never talked to boys, but somebody was nice to me and like, listen to me, and I think he liked me too, like just something, like, I don't know, just something that you want to write about. Or I remember this time in elementary school where someone made fun of me because of how I looked, and we were all having a fun time until they made a comment, and I didn't even do anything. Maybe they were feeling insecure, but they just, want to bring you down or something. All of those things that we want to like write about is helpful, because it can be that cathartic act of like purging the trauma and like changing it into something beautiful, but that also connects with another person that they've probably also experienced this kind of hurt or this kind of excitement or this joy, or haven't. And maybe they're hopeless in a situation, but your art of saying like that moment of excitement, or that moment of like just sitting with your grandmother and seeing the beauty of like the hummingbirds on a flower and a plant or something, or hearing her story as a child, like just whatever you write about, like can bring hope to another person that like there's possibilities in the world of beauty that right now they might not be experiencing, but they could in the future. So art is very intrinsically valuable. And I think like having gone through depression and various things like that many years ago, like when I was like 18 to like 21, and I thought like, art is not, it doesn't have value because it doesn't have utilitarian like purpose. Like a table can be beautifully designed, it can be art as well. And I actually like to, everything in my house I would like to in the future own things that are beautifully designed, because I just value like aesthetic beauty. I value beauty because beauty also reflects God's beauty, I think. But just like I would like to have useful things that are also just beautiful, not like poorly designed or like ugly, in my opinion. In my opinion, everyone has their own opinions of what's of taste and whatnot, but I thought like, oh, I have to be a nurse or a doctor or something, or like treating people diseases, because this is not valuable. Like I am not making something of utilitarian purpose. But that is a lie from Satan. And art is so just intrinsically, innately valuable for the reasons that, like I stated before, we can connect with other people, we can bring hope. It can be a tool to like, process pain and trauma and to connect with other people. And as well as just bring beauty, like visual beauty or audio beauty, and like a calming effect to one's nervous system, or something like it's healing and helpful to people, in addition to being like just joy inducing and life-giving and fun. So yeah, I wanted to just say like your art's important. It has purpose and value. It's a reflection of God too and his nature. And so it's not frivolous or self-indulgent to create art and to take time for your art. And it's not like a delusion of grandeur to, oh, I would like to create something meaningful in the world or something beautiful. Like, I mean, those things do exist. Like, we can be like narcissistic with it and whatnot. And I think every an ego-ish, and I think like we're human beings and we're imperfect, so probably everything that we make has like a a degree of that anyway, but that it doesn't negate like the beauty and the healing like aspect and nature of whatever you're creating. So whatever medium that may be, filmmaking, ceramics and pottery, gardening, planting, designing, to interior design, decor, video editing, photography, painting, obviously, something more straightforward, I meant, drawing, illustrating, making a song, making a dance, dancing, choreography, anything, literally. Whatever your art form may be, creating a beautiful meal, even like an athletic, like even sports, like, and anything is creative. Even a scientific thing, to be honest, is creative in a way, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I have to I have to explore that a little bit more, but like whatever artistic medium you may have, I would say, and we obviously love many, and sometimes in this season we'll like this thing, and then we've like burnt out that inspiration, so we go to another mode or medium of expression. Like whatever that may be, I just would like to say keep going, create at your own pace. Remember that God rested on the seventh day. God rested himself. He doesn't even need to rest. He's God, the God of the universe, but he rested to like I mean, I don't know his personal motives, but one is to give, us human beings a framework and an example of how to live. He gave us the Sabbath too. It's for our healing, which we don't have to be so strict about it. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do any art, any work. Just because like last year I was doing like a Sabbath exploration, which I never grew up doing, but I just like thought that would be an interesting a discipline to do, because that act also is an act of surrender, stopping all of your work, stopping everything, and just trusting that God's in control, and realizing the truth that God really is in control, and not stopping when the work is done, but in the middle of it, and just like kind of resting and giving it to God, and trusting that your things will get done in its time, and healing, because God made our bodies to rest and to be with him and to heal. So create at your own pace is what I wanted to say. Create at your own pace, and as you whatever is healthy for you, but know that it's important and beautiful, and we gotta make some more art, and I would love to create and connect, and there's so many various things that I would like to do. I actually have a running list of things that I want to do. I want to create lots of videos with my grandmother. I have so many last year. I just like almost every Sunday, and literally like every week, and almost just like 3 times a week or whatever, I would see my grandmother. And I didn't film everything, obviously, but I wish I did write down some things, which I totally can now. But I would like to make vlogs of her. I would like to make vlogs of my trip in Japan. I would also continually like to make like visual art, because I would like to sell my artwork at like Asian supermarkets and like boutiques and cute things like that, and cafes and coffee shops, and there's so many different things that I would like to do, as well as my podcast. I had a podcast that I interviewed so many of my cool friends, but I just have not edited them. It's a lot, but I'm just gonna try to consistently create, because that is a good thing to do, and that's a way to help actualize and materialize the like concepts and the ideas that we have, and like making the like fantasies or dreams, I should say, into reality, actualizing them. So yeah, I'm just going to continue being consistent and taking small steps, and trusting God. And I have so many things that I would like to do, but we might not be able to finish everything, but we can still create as much as we can. Perhaps we, by the grace of God, could finish everything that we would like to do. I don't know. That's another whole subject. But have a good day. Continue creating, and just make something that you feel that you want to do.